Greetings, my excellent friends. Wonder of wonders, we have made it through the city in all its dense, overwhelming glory. I had an interesting time yesterday. She does, yes. She wants to talk about her idea of where to go to find Minsk. I wonder if this is related to the Stone Lord thing we pieced together after the posters at Worms Rock that were bugged, but we read anyway. Traveling with a mouse, God. Yeah, I had an interesting time yesterday. If you saw, I checked to see if anyone wanted to play Sea of Thieves. I'm gonna be playing a lot of that off camera. I think I'm enjoying it more than I expected to. I'll still save the story stuff for the weekends, but playing it off camera is good because that is the only way that I'm going to get better at things. And if I get better at things, that means, hopefully, that the co-op streams will be more entertaining. So, that's where my mind is at the moment on that game. But yeah, the friend that we picked up over the weekend, Kroon, Viking Kroon, he's good at this game. Like terrifying good at this game. He leads me to this fort full of skeletons, and there's another group there. There's two people. Make contact with them. Do you want to be friends and kill the skeletons and share the loot? They say yes. We say yes. Everything's happy. We form an alliance. Fight skeletons for about 15 minutes. Very chaotic. The boss had more health than the Red Cross, which was concerning. Kill them, finish that off. Open the vault full of loot and start carrying it out. And he says to me, okay, so we'll put our stuff over here, closer to our ship. So we start making a pile. And we'd fully intended to just, be peaceful here with this other group. Then we noticed that they were putting their stuff in our pile. They didn't have their own pile that was closer to their ship. No, they were just mindlessly putting the stuff in our pile. So we thought, okay, we'll move it further. We'll move it like very close to our boat, like where you would put it to harpoon it. So we did that, move it. And they kept moving the stuff. There comes a point when temptation is too great. At least it was for my skilled veteran crewmate there, because all of a sudden he tells me that he is going to give them a gift in the form of a gunpowder keg directly to their deck, and that he thinks that they are inexperienced enough that they won't notice, which I don't blame them for, because I certainly would not notice this. And he says, just go guard the ship and let's see what happens. So I hear a big bang and notice a boat sinking in the distance, and then all of a sudden we're taking all of the loot, which has been conveniently placed in a great spot for us, and we're sailing away. And this other group did in fact find us again, and I didn't hear it, but apparently over the proximity voice comms they contacted my friend with a hearty greeting of, "Hello again, you unkind fuck." There you are. I'm just relating the story of last night. Yeah, look, I landed some cannon shots, but I would say about 98 to 99% of the work was done by you. And we got a lot more stuff than we perhaps deserved. It was a successful evening compared to Sunday. And by evening, I mean like middle of the morning for me, but nocturnal life. That's the thing. Yeah, that was the justification. It was because they were putting, like, if I'm pretty sure that if they had have moved this stuff to a very clearly marked pile that was towards their ship and that was theirs, I don't think we would have tried that. But it was right there in front of us. You want to get along with pirates, you don't make it easy for them. But yeah, I identified like 7 or 8 things that I would like to get individually better at, just based on observing his gameplay. Not the enemies. Although they did teach me, you know, a few things of what not to do. Okay. I already identify... Good God, how many? Okay, so some of those are chickens, but I have to talk to them too, because I speak to animals. That is more than 10 interactable NPCs, and we are at the door. Okay, wonderful. I don't see Jahira lit up, but I'm sure she'll start talking when I ask her about Minsk. So let's just talk to this mob first. You know, Blue Moon, I hadn't actually looked at these. Bugger me running. Tell you what, it's nice to have a map again. I've been playing Sea of Thieves so much. I'm starting to get used to the lack of menu resources. Whew! Alright, so all the way over here we have a Steel Watch Foundry. It's good to know that that's there. That's not a high priority, because... Yeah, my high priority is... Okay, priority number 1 is get Minsk. Of course, get Minsk. So we're going to do the High Harper quest as soon as we can. Second priority would probably be anything else companion-based. I'm... Guess it... What have we got at this point? Because, like, Karlak's tied in with Gortash, so that'll be late. Astarion definitely has his own thing to do with Cazador. That's not related to anything main. Gale would like us to go shopping. That seems pretty simple. And Gwambush also said I should prioritize that highly as well, because there's some piece of gear that he wants me to get, which I have faith will be very good. So Jahira and Gale are the first ones to do. We don't have Gale with us right now, but once I find Sorcerer's Sundries, I'll swap him in. What do the others want? Will wants nothing much, because it's basically told us that we can't save Ravengard. Lae'zel wants us to go to the House of Hope, so we'll be looking for Raphael's... well, not for Raphael's anything, but for somebody who can break us in. And, what companion have I not talked about? Shadowheart. Does Shadowheart want any? Yes, of course she does. She wants to find the... No, see, that one will interest me, but we need to get Minsk first. Because if we're going to meet Viconia Devere, we want to bring Minsk for that. So, yes. Jahira quest is definitely number 1. Yeah, the Foundry is there. What else have we got? Murder target. Right. We have the option of committing a murder so that we can get in good with the Balsacks, but I don't think I'm going to do that. That sounds a bit evilly. House of Hope boss fight has a good soundtrack. Interesting. I have been told there's like one more piece of really good music I haven't encountered yet, so perhaps that is it, but I will find out when I get there. I can't threaten to keelhole anybody in this game, but spoil not. Yeah, impress the murder tribunal. That's the option. That is an option to get into the ball. I wonder if we could fake it. There's an NPC where talking to them starts a timed quest. Yeah, if we come across anything timed, just let me know that that's the case, and we can readjust. There's more murder targets than you need, though. There's no less than 3 here. Cazador is up in the north. Loroaken, right. There's also the wizard. Not too far away from Sorcerer's Sundries. He might own the place. But that's where Gales is. Felagir's Fireworks. That's for the suspicious toys. There's another murder target. And another murder target. Actually, looking at this one, just give me a moment. I need to take a screenshot of this and send it to a friend of mine named Cora. Because, you know, when you see a murder target named after one of your friends, you have to send it to them in a politely threatening manner. There we are. Yes, we can tell the people on the murder list, hey, there's a murder list and you're on it. That's a polite thing to do. And also, further to the murders, the gauntlet that we need to speak to is actually quite close. It is super exciting to me how many of these, and I mean by how many, that 2, but like seeing locations from the original game that have been... Namely, we have Sorcerer's Sundries and the Elf Song Tavern, which are both famous. There's also the Blushing Mermaid. I think there was a mention of Ramazith's Tower. I think this might be here. I think this might be Loroaken's new home. I think there was something said to that effect, which I think is brilliant. Just as the legacy of shonky wizards living in that place, asking you for unkind things. Like, this guy wants the Night Song, so I highly doubt we're going to be friends. We're not going to give him our Aasimar. You didn't find out about the murder list? Yeah, it's related to... Did you go to the Open Hand Monastery and investigate through that? Because... you investigate that murder, you end up going to a building, and in that building you find a list of all of the people that the Baal cult want dead, and it's basically like an initiation thing. Like, if you are in the know about what they want dead and start killing people, they might let you in. So I guess that's the more ruthless way of getting in on Oren's side of things. But I'm not going to prioritize either of these two when I have 9 million side quests to do. You would say go to the Elf Song first. It's not far away. It's right there. So I can just trend that way. We're trying to do everything, which is why I've been playing for 4 months. Everything within reason. We're not doing evil things. We didn't, for example, raid the Druid camp, but we did... we're doing everything sensible. Now... have I fought dinosaurs? Do you mean through the circus? Yes. Just be careful about what you ask if I've done before, because you don't want to give anything away that I haven't come across.
I've got a good mind to...
Murder? Oppression? Conspiracies? This city has its charms, after all.
It is an impressive place.
My mother visited during one of her grand tours of the surface world. She claimed the streets were almost as varied and full of danger as those in Duthkleim. Huh. I never believed her until now.
Why do you favor an alliance with Wally Wankface? I mean, Gortash.
He is the only authority figure in Baldur's Gate worth a damn. Even as the Elder Brain tears at the foundations of the city, he stands strong and looks for solutions. Better for us to be a solution rather than a problem for his steel watch to scrape off the street. It would be wise to return to him and pledge an oath of allegiance before he declares us enemies of the peace.
Well, gee, Minthara, I never would have pegged you to be so submissive.
I made it back. I'm here. Thank the gods. Thank the gods. I've had a lifetime's fill of watching little men buff themselves up with grand titles. I look forward to the day we show the Archduke that his tongue is not half so silvered as he thinks.
We can't pick a fight while he's surrounded by steel watch.
We could. It would just be a very short one. We cannot expect either of the Chosen to fall easily. But fall they must, if we're to have all three stones to command the brain. Still, if you see sense in making an alliance, I won't question it.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
Forward to the inevitable breaking Gortash spoke of.
No. You see, I told him I'd consider it because I don't want to start a fight immediately, but we're... The only alliance we'll be forming with Gortash is the kind of alliance that Kroon and I formed on the seas last night. Flimsy. Now, what do you think of... Yeah, no, what's this shit about a doppelganger in our camp?
It would be irritating the true to form, would it not? A Harper learns to doubt, to peer through every smile, question every look. Eventually, you find what it is you fear, whether it is there or not. When we cannot know, we can only trust. But then, that is exactly what a traitor in our midst would say. Isn't it?
I was honestly wondering if she was going to bring up Yoshimo there. Not that he's a doppelganger, but that's the guy in Baldur's Gate 2 who is, like, programmed to betray you at a very specific point in the game. Because he's under a gas. So he, like, he doesn't want to, he just doesn't have a choice. So she has hands-on experience with a party member turning on you. That's true, she is... It's interesting how the druids are the only ones without, like... Because Minsk is going to have one, right? So that means that... And I'm assuming there's no more companions, because we're so late in the game, and I don't think they could bring a new person on unless it was someone familiar to Legacy players. Surely 10's got to be it. But... that would leave us with just the druids, just Halsin and Jaheira being the ones with no wormy. Have fun at work. Have you thought any more about how we might find Minsk?
I have. And while I do not love my conclusion, that does nothing to change it. The Harpers are the city's best information network. With them out of action, we shall have to fall back on second best. Nine Fingers Keen.
Ah!
A name known and feared throughout the city's underworld.
No, but this is funny.
Mysterious Keen runs the guild, which in turn runs every criminal enterprise in the city.
That's actually funny because if she knows that Minsk is the Stone Lord, she's gonna be very happy for us to go deal with him. If she doesn't, then it's gonna be ironic. But yeah, if I hadn't looked at that poster, that's interesting. I suppose a lot of players would not put it together because I don't know actually. But I would say with how old Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are, I would say that there's probably a lot more people playing this with no history than playing it with history. Just because myself, Blue Moon Grafter, and the like are all old and withered doesn't mean they're... Doesn't mean the average gamer is. Also, just the change in, like... Because, like, I didn't play Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 when they were current. I was too young for that, but, I... picked up on ancient legacy RPGs, out of curiosity. But... I guess it depends, like, it's about 10 years ago now that the enhanced editions started coming through, and that's when some people were onboarded, so to speak. Right, you did not know about... Yeah, see, I've not read, I've not, like, engaged with the media that put Minsk in a statue, but, like, I was aware of it. I was aware that they basically did it in order to keep using him, because he was the only... short-lived race character that they needed to make an excuse for from Baldur's Gate lore, because, like, all the elves and drow and such just get to live a long time. Which is why we have Grand Margihira now. Anyway, the guild. I didn't think a harper would be friends with a petty crime lord.
Friend is not the word I'd use. Nor is petty if you've a mind to keep your tongue. But both our operations step outside the law when needful. She just likes it better there. How hospitable she will be to a harper that comes begging to her guild hall, we will find out. Perhaps I will let you do the talking. Ask it.
Okay, where does that plunk it on the map? Oh, very close. It is the closest... That's perfect. Okay. Do you still think I should go to the Elfsong Tavern first? Because that's now further out of the way. Anyway. Hello, citizens. Fist Cuthbert.
Move along. I've got my hands full enough without gawkers.
Your hands are literally empty.
I said move along. Unless you have a piglet up there somewhere, this doesn't concern you.
Turnip Bubs.
Provide a full inventory of any...
You must agree, this is ludicrous. How are we meant to survive without our livelihoods?
I don't actually know what's happening here. Something animals.
My herd are dairy goats. I bet they're going to slaughter them, the poor things.
Is this like an impromptu customs?
What is that gonna do us? Huh? How are we gonna support ourselves, huh?
My thoughts exactly. You're sentencing us all to a slow death.
Please, sir. We have children. We need to be able to provide for them.
Not like we can even turn around and leave now. Absolutes hemmed us in good and proper.
Plowman Zack?
My husband's still in the outer city with the few cows we have left. How am I going to tell him we have to give them up?
Are they gonna pay us for the animals they take? Like elves they are!
Right, so they're confiscating people's livestock.
Breathe deep
By order
and
of
move.
Lord Gordon,
Yeah.
all livestock admitted to the city must be surrendered.
There is a food shortage due to absolute raiding activity. Citizens are advised to buy food in moderation so that all may eat.
Reagan Splint.
Still can't fathom that they hang folk in this city. Those gallows get more use than some temples. Every 10 day, I write into the Baldur's Mouth about it, and every edition fails to mention it. Pathetic.
The only time you'll be getting the news to mention a hanging is if the person getting hung is incredibly important. For the stout and sturdy, adventure is wanted for perilous and profitable quest. Master Loroaken, the Arcanist of Athkatla, the recluse of Ramazith's Tower, seeks brave and enterprising individuals to delve treacherous temple and recover storied artifact, the Night Song, for preservation in Baldur's Gate. Only stout of heart and keen of mind need apply. Fame, glory, and incredible fortune assured. Is Loroaken aware that the Night Song is a person? Stay tonight at the Elf Song. Rooms available at the tavern for parties large or small. See innkeeper Alan Alith at the bar. Be wary of foreigners. Foreigners should be shunned. Their decadent ideas infect our youth, and they steal Baldurian resources without contributing anything. This recent wave of refugees should be driven from Baldur's Gate. Let other cities take them in. Baldur's Gate has already given enough. Sincerely, Nigel Farage. Rat trouble? Got rat trouble? Not for long. Hire Stompin' Boars, the rat catcher, and your troubles are over. Small rats, big rats, giant rats, rabid rats, any kind of rats, Boar stomps them all. Reasonable rates, corpses and rat pellets removed at no extra charge. References upon request. What's this one? Anti-hag support group poster. Attention! Have you been hexed by a hag? Lost a loved one to a deal? You're not alone. Join other survivors of hag treachery at Baron's Coop. Alone, we're vulnerable, but together, we can die. Oh god, it's a fucking quest? Help the hag survivors! Oh no! Newshawker Lewin, I wonder what they sell. Hoogie Sloan! Wait, did that say Fist Arse? Fist Aronson, okay. That's relieving.
Hello? Does anyone want to buy a Gazette?
It's terrible salesmanship, kid.
I don't know how. I'm only 6.
I made Minthara happy. Sorry, I shouldn't have snapped.
It's okay. Everybody is mean to me anyway.
He doesn't look or sound 6. That's big for 6. Almost as tall as the dwarf. This is a new Gazette? Alright, fine, I'll buy it.
Do you want a paper? Thank you.
Now Minthara wants to talk. Why? Because I bullied a child? Is she going to propose? Local Chultons. Baldurian tourists are weak and loud. We all make mistakes. Interview with disgraced Van Thumper heir. Predacious pilferings crease the brows of local law. Sea goddess foamingly angry, says damp priestess. Elfsong Tavern under rat invasion.
Baldur's Mouth is truly remarkable. I had thought the purpose of a broadsheet was to inform the people. But I see now that I was mistaken. Ink and paper are not as insidious as the voice of the Absolute, but they send out their commands all the same. Think this, feel that, hate them.
Hear, feel, think. If you control the people aren't gullible enough to believe everything they read. Bitch, that is the dumbest line I've ever been given the opportunity to say. If you controlled the mouth, what would you have it say?
An excellent question. I would use the mouth to ensure the people did not trust one another. Suspicion creates doubt, and doubt creates dependency. And they would know that they could depend on me. Feared, venerated, adored. I would be everything to them.
Well, I'm glad you're not a journalist.
What's on your mind?
That was it. See, he seems a lot more confident when he's shouting.
You do realize we can't stay here forever, don't you?
Oh, you? I know you. How delightful to meet in person. Though, you're shorter than I expected.
Sorry, how do you know me?
How is such an overrated question. It's the who and the why that matter, darling. My name's Estra Stir, journalist. I speak to the people of Baldur's Gate so our readers don't have to.
I'm getting Mass Effect flashbacks. Can I punch this one in the face? You work for the Baldur's Mouth, I presume.
You are quite correct. The best broadsheet around. I would certainly recommend picking up a copy in the near future.
You literally just observed me doing so.
You are, after all, the star of the next Baldur's Mouth Gazette.
Well, it's about damn time! Which of my many deeds did you chronicle?
If I told you, you'd lose the fun of reading it yourself. It's our juiciest edition in an age bound to get everyone talking about you.
I look forward to reading it.
I bet you do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've really said rather too much and written rather too little. Good day.
What happens to the, Oh, stop the presses. But what if I like it? We met a journalist who told us we're set to star in the next edition. We should find out why. Yeah, we should, but... Talk to the editor. Right, so that's right over there. Should probably look at that as well. Anyway, let's talk to the terribly named dwarves here. Here's Driffledoon.
Sorry about the pong. We've been on the road for more than a 10-day.
Oh. Giftu Hud.
Thank helm we made such good time. The army of the Absolute are back. Certainly encourages a brisk pace.
Hazmat Hud.
Don't get too comfortable. It's only a matter of time before the army of the Absolute gets here.
Thanks. Gasselblad. We can't talk to Gasselblad. For some reason he's not lit up. There's a steel watcher here. And somebody's on their arse. Gulster Boys, unconscious.
Good day, citizen. Please notify the Steel Watch if you witness any undesirable activity.
You won't lose us. We've come this far, haven't we? Whatever happens, we'll be right here.
Scribe Goosequill.
Moment to talk. What did she even do? I bet nobody knows. I didn't see her do anything wrong.
In Baldur's Gate, you do not mouth off to the Flaming Fist.
Oh, she's been knocked out by the cops.
What did she even do?
Used to think those things were going to make me feel safer.
Not anymore.
One blow and she drops like she's dead. Well, maybe she is.
I don't like this. I don't like the look in some of their eyes. See this? This is what happens to troublemakers.
If all these folks can just keep their shit together, maybe nobody else will get hurt. Maybe.
These street trash need to watch their tone. I don't tolerate disrespect.
I can eat in bed.
Your head's empty as a...
You were witnessed assaulting someone. You're headed for the cells.
Someone cast a spell on me. They're the one you should be hunting down. They cast a spell of go and shout an insult at the nearest fist.
You've convinced them. For now.
Everything's fine.
The citizen is unconscious and won't be waking up anytime soon.
So I took a pretty solid attitude hit with them, but I don't think they're very important, so I'm going to live with that. It's just... I wanted to mouth off to the flaming fist, literally, and get away with it, and I did.
Eyes front and keep your nose clean, newcomer. A noose and a short drop is how we deal with troublemakers.
How about you wait till I commit a crime before threatening me?
By then, it will be too late. I can't help the dead, but I can warn the living.
This is a supremely ironic
Stay the
exchange,
bar
considering what I
and
just did.
obey the law, and you have nothing to fear.
Do you feel bad?
All animals must be surrendered. Failure to do so will...
Fist Murphy. You know they named a law after you.
Don't distract me. It's all I can do to stay balanced.
Just want to blaze Portier's infamous punishments.
Yes. I stole a purse from the evidence room. It was stupid, and I swore to Blaise Portier I'd never do it again. Ever. I have to stand on one leg until she believes me.
How long is that going to take?
I have no idea. I just have to last a little longer.
Interference with flaming fist property will be dealt with swiftly.
Well, good luck with that. Okay, well, we've successfully talked to everyone in the opening square. I'm not going to go further that way just yet. Where is... Oh, Manhole. The guild's right, so that's under... Okay, so it's not necessarily that Nine Fingers is right here. Nine Fingers is below. Strange Beggar Lumbar. Stench of death and undead fortitude. Yeah, you're not a human. What are you? You're a zombie! Why are you here on the streets, zombie?
Come to have a go. Give it your best shots.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot. The smell of death.
Gold first. Then you can hit me.
The divine tugs at you. Give in, letting your god flow through you. Alright, Ogma. I don't call on you that much, because I literally just... I worship you for heavy armor and fucking thunder damage, but occasionally I'll pay homage.
Your divine power focuses on the beggar, revealing the magic that sustains him. This man is a corpse. A zombie.
Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? That's a cheap price for allowing someone to beat you up.
Charge too much, people hit you harder. Then they take the gold back. Besides, I've taken enough punches for free. At least this way, I get paid something.
There's a logic to it.
You having a go or not?
I'll pay him. But I have no interest in hitting him.
Stay back and stay calm. I'm warning you. She was on the list.
She was on the list! I only know one list. That would be the Baal murder list. I assume you're talking about a different list.
Seems simple enough.
What's this? The Stormshore Tabernacle.
Stormshore Tabernacle.
It's not the elf song. Let's not go in just yet. Another square here. Augur Hark Skellen. And some patrolling fists. And another guy with a book that we can't talk to. Oh god, what is this?
The Steel Watchers are doing most of the good here, really. I'd love a gander at those schematics.
Lord Gortash is exactly what Baldur's Gate needs. I dread to think where we'd be without the Steel Watch.
Free?
Gortash is the Lightbringer. Gortash will burn the Absolute to smoke and ashes.
Uh-huh.
Only Lord Gortash has the strength to protect our city.
That's the Bibberbang guy, but reskinned. Plumes Fronkin.
I don't really agree with Lord Gortash's methods, but the man does get things done.
Nice hat.
And how will we step? You two must submit to Lord Gortash if you are to be saved.
Are you trying to tell me he's Jesus?
With me! Hail, Lord Gortash! Hail, Lord Gortash!
Do you get paid for this? Is this a job, or is this something you just decided to do? You're just going to stand on a crate and start screaming. Fist Gerbold.
No, we are not censoring the mouth. We are simply doing a routine inspection. And no, I cannot sell you a copy.
Interesting. Is this the, Yes. So this is where the mouth lives. Let's maybe go to the elf song first, then.
Truth. We trust our readers to make up their own minds.
You shall bring us.
Fist Hextra.
God is busy with their patrolling, hasn't?
Right. This is the elf song? Seems to be. Althira's here.
I am so glad you asked, Edvard.
Karis. The tieflings are here. Wait, no, Karis is not a tiefling. That is a small elf. Ceres was the name of the tiefling.
Now don't believe anything Kate over there tells you. She's an awful liar.
As in she's not very good at lying, or she lies often?
You want the who's who and the what's what? Speak to Karis. She's always got the best goss. None of it's been wrong yet.
So what you actually mean is that she's shit at gossip. Okay.
Broadsheet's rather dull today. Don't suppose you learned anything juicy.
I would love to have seen Gortash's coronation, but I would have to have skipped the after feast. I'm on a strict diet.
Of course.
Gortash, an archduke. Saw him once at a distance. Looked like too much of a pipsqueak to fill those boots.
Whoa.
I wonder if my old things are still there.
The Emperor's asked us to check his old hideout in the Elf Song. In the basement. Okay.
You are not going to die.
Why do you think you're gonna die?
Listen and submit to the Mistress of Disease.
What are you worshipping, the coronavirus?
Oh, gods. Be spouting a load of crap. Don't waste your time.
We've got no choice. We have to do what he says.
Who's the Mistress of Disease?
The cycle comes for us all.
Right, good luck with your disease.
Broadsheet's rather dull today. Don't suppose you've learned anything useful.
I'm just gonna ignore that. Oh boy. Big building. Let's perimeter it.
Oh, come now, Karis. The broadsheet isn't that bad.
Frothilda?
Why, I'd spot the wearied gaze of a fellow Baldurian anywhere. Cheer up, friend. Our city's entering a most wondrous age. One of steel, of smoke, of efficiency. And we've Lord Enver Gortash to thank.
Right. What does your mate think?
I'm going to play with the...
Fear not, friend. The days of us proper Baldurians walking these streets in fear are over.
Ah, racist. Cool.
Lord Gortash made that very clear in his latest interview. I'd recommend giving it a read.
Nah, I'm good. I've spoken to the man. Sucks.
To think, for decades, all we needed to build. La la la, dee da dee dum dee dee, bum bum bum.
Have you ever thought about becoming a bard? Because if you have, you shouldn't.
Very funny. If that joke wasn't older than I am, I'd laugh.
It'd certainly help with the dishes.
When I think about the poor refugees starving in Rivington, I could just weep. I believe I'll drown my tears in another brandy.
Right. You're that kind of rich kid who'd go over to Africa and, like, build a hut and consider himself a hero.
Vincent here is a wastrel and a scapegrace, but he does amuse me.
Well, so long as you're amused.
Not of late.
Spoken to them. Alright. Rowan Elk Friend.
On days like this, I miss the forest. I used to scamper amongst my woodland friends, if you can believe it. Here, not a squirrel in sight.
Poor thing.
Tears balls. Just lost the best job I ever had. Easy work in the upper city. But you don't care. And why should you? Sorry I said anything.
Have fun with your tears balls. The Gates Pub Crawl Guide. This excerpt from the Gates Pub Crawl Guide suggests that more than one drink was imbibed during its writing. Everyone goes on about the elf song, how iconic it is, how interesting its ghost is. Well, boo, I say. I wish to have music, drama, that I can't with a spirit jealous enough to stop any but itself performing. Therefore, it is with stupendous delight that I suggest many other glorious boozing establishments. Take the Blushing Mermaid, where you can watch Shimmer the Siren dazzle the crowd, or simply enjoy its swashbuckling patrons sing shanties and beat one another into oblivion. Or mayhaps you fancy a delightful venue with live music and the most sour wait staff you've ever met. If so, the Singing Lute is for you, tucked away by the harbour. It's perfect for a romantic evening. If nothing else, Hank's delightful demeanour will make you grateful for your beloved. However, there remains another watering hole. One that only the most daring, the most courageous of patrons go. should you wish to test your mettle and rub shoulders with the city's secret underbelly. I can only tell you this. Enjoy the guild hall. Hmm.
The service here is worse than ever. What do you have to do to get a drink around here?
I presume bang on the waitress's door until they recognize that you exist. What do we got here? Bunt Chugly! Wow!
Technology these days.
Look, I read that if you walk around the pub after each pint, you don't get a hangover. And if it's in the Gazette, it has to be true.
You definitely sound like a Bunt Chugly.
Listen, I got to concentrate if I'm to walk off these pints.
Bunt Chugly deserves to get spoken to twice.
Right here in the elf song.
You eaten at the elf song before? Awful, just awful. I had a stew there once that looked like it had a finger in it.
Well, you gotta get rid of the bodies somehow.
You've got to talk to the locals if you want the true story about Stelmane's death. The Gazette would never print all the juicy details.
No, why would it? God, is every bloody building enterable? Like, that's the thing, like, I've already started by skipping this one. This is not gonna be short. So that takes you upstairs. It's not ideal, really.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
Oh, you can't actually go in.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
Okay, so it doesn't seem... I could go around the back, but then I'm just getting...
Wasting my time.
Whoa. Well, something interesting's happening over there, but let's go into the building now. Here's a door.
Once the Watchers see off the cultists, we'll recoup what we've lost.
Enforcer Skooma? Sorry, are you named after drugs? Schooner. Never mind.
Welcome, traveller. Remember, this ain't the Blushing Mermaid. It's the elf song. So behave yourself. That's right. And a lonely job it is too. When you're the muscle, no one thinks about your heart.
Maybe you should change jobs. Can you sing? A tavern always needs bards.
Very funny. Go on inside. We're looking for comedians.
Good to know.
To make an automaton have manners.
Welcome back. Don't break anything.
Only hearts. Hello, Stug Mindale.
You talk about the honor of your order, but what about my honor? I made a deal.
Stug, if you want to join the Vigilant Knights, you have to quit beating people up.
Settle down, you two. People are trying to drink here. What's this about?
My sister Gerva has talked me into joining her Holy Helm Order, but I got a job to finish first.
Breaking the knees of debtors for the guild isn't honest work, and you know it. That's why you're giving it up.
But I already took the money for it from Uktar, so I gotta follow through. It's like an oath or something. And I know you understand oaths, Gerva.
What am I going to tell the Vigilant Knights, Doug? That you're knee-breaking for goodness?
If he wants to join an Order of Helm, it sounds to me Stug has to give up knee-breaking effective immediately.
You know that's right, Stug. If Uktar sends someone after you, I'll back you up. And so will the rest of the knights.
Yes.
You say that now. but you haven't met Uktar's enforcer, Elliot. No, you're right. I'm sick of the whole business. If Elliot comes looking for me, we'll find a way to deal with him.
You try get fresh tomatoes in the city understand.
Still here, stranger? Me too.
Just one more, Stug, and then we'll go.
Well, we've solved their problems for them. Even got EXP for that.
Hello, old friend.
What?
Oh, so I assume I used to know everybody around town, but now I'm a new man.
Nice to meet you, Val Kilmer. Who were you when you were an old man?
A worried man, a playwright who lost the will to write. Now I worry no more. Can't write a word? What does it matter?
Mm-hmm. So now you're a drunk man, is what I'm getting at here. Increase in missing persons alarms families. Sudden earthquake shaking our homes. Does the counting house sink deeper with each new gold coin? Elfsong Tavern kicks off a competition. Join the Laugh Riot. Old Garlow's place occupied by vandals. Too much haddock. Make fish cakes. Could your spouse be a secret cultist? What if your spouse is a public cultist? Does sorrow grip your heart? Does rage cloud your mind? Do you ever wish to surrender all that holds you back in life? It can be so at the House of Grief. To be unburdened of your troubles is to be reborn. Seek us out and we shall discover the very best version of you. Lacrissa, hello! Lacrissa's a waiter now. I'm sorry.
Well, well, look what the bugbear dragged in. Can't believe we both made it to the city, and with our limbs attached.
Didn't we make a bet in the Druid's Grove? You didn't think you'd survive. Yet here you are.
We did, didn't we? Never thought I'd begrudge being alive. Alas, I've got nothing in my pockets but lint and disappointment.
You owe me nothing, don't worry about it.
How are you both humble and attractive? It's just not fair, nor will my honor allow it. So how about this? Alan puts swill in the bottles, but I know where he keeps the good stuff. Here. You saw nothing. You heard nothing. I need to get back to work before Alan throws a fit, but stick around. You brighten the place up.
Did you just give me a bottle of booze? Don't know where it would be. Supplies, I guess. Don't know. Dame Guizarm.
From one warrior to another, I must say, it's just embarrassing the way the Flaming Fist lets this murderer go around killing people and getting away with it.
You don't think the Fist are up to the task?
They used to be capable enough, but they've gotten slow and lazy. Corruption makes you soft.
How would you deal with it?
I'd start a special crime unit. A half-dozen hard cases. Grab some likely losers in the back alleys and beat on them until we got some answers. Commander Portier says she already has some investigators she trusts. Soft-talking namby-pambies, I'd wager. But when they fail, and they will, count on it. She knows where to find Dame Guizarm. And then, it'll be my turn.
So less Flaming Fist and more Flailing Fist.
You don't solve a murder by talk. While you're talking, the killer's out there, killing again.
Bombasto!
I sure wouldn't want to be one of the Flaming Fists. They got the shittiest job in town. Believe me, I know something about knocking heads together.
You sure sound like you do, Bombasto. A new waiter has appeared.
See Alan at the bar for drinks. I'm busier than a two-pecker goat.
What would the goat need with a second one of those? Anyway, Thimble.
As far as I'm concerned, Lord Gortash gets the benefit of the doubt. Until he does something obviously wrong, he's got my support. We can't afford to be squabbling with the Absolute crawling up our asses.
Grange de Peur.
If it were up to me, I'd replace all the Flaming Fists with Steel Watchers. At least the big teapots don't make lewd suggestions when you pass by. They smell better too.
That is not a bad point. Buff Tanner. Buff Tanner.
I've been thinking about it. No, I feel bad about all them refugees, but we just can't let them flood into the city. We'd be overwhelmed. In fact, that's probably the Absolute Army's plan.
Sindiri Vand.
Just between us, I don't believe everything I hear from Archduke Gortash. He's entirely too slick to be trustworthy.
Holy shit, someone in the city has a brain. At least until they put a worm in it later. Rilda Gemfinder and Ears Una.
Archduke? Lord Gortash is a trifle young for that, don't you think? Not that anyone cares what you think, or me for that matter.
That puffed up parvenu, Gortash, an archduke. However did they find a crown big enough for his head?
Are you funny enough to cause a laugh riot?
Oh, man.
Come on in and challenge the house comedian.
Oh, we gotta go in there. I might want to go to camp. Let's keep talking to the... I don't want to lose track of who I've talked to and who I haven't. But yes, we can go to camp and also see everybody else's, like, intro line for Baldur's Gate. But let me, Clovia Throaks.
Drink up, Blas. We're celebrating.
Blas?
If you won't drink with me, I bet this stranger will. Right, stranger?
Oh god, we've walked into a domestic. What are you celebrating? Maybe I will.
I'm Clovia Throaks. Pleased to meet you. Our son Gaspar has finally found himself a proper job.
You call him Gaspar?
Aye, security at the Steel Watch Foundry. But I still wish he'd taken up the family business.
Now, Blas, you know Gaspar never had the patience for all the stitching a tailor has to do.
That's good, honest work.
Sewing rabbit skin cloaks. Well, that's all right for some, I guess, but not for our Gaspar.
No, our Gasper preferred hanging around the guild hall. I was afraid he was going to end up as a guild bone breaker.
Good thing I introduced him to darling Tamia Holst. She straightened Gaspar out. Found him a place in the foundry.
Clovia, you sound like an admirer of this Tamia. Are you close?
Perceptive one, aren't you? Blas, the plum bubbles may have gone to my head, but I guess it's time to tell you. I'm leaving you. I'm starting a new life with Tamia. I'm going to sell the business. And the money we used to start it was mine in the first place. I'm afraid that's it for Throaks for Cloaks. Oh, dear. The bottle's empty. Let's have another and talk about it.
I
I think I need to take a walk. In a minute.
Well!
I thought you were going for a walk, Blas.
What? Oh, you're still here. Maybe you should take the walk.
I thought you...
What?
Good luck, Blas! Your life is bad. I guess we won't talk to the bartender yet, Alan. We'll talk to the patrons. We got Truffles Smythe and Roger Gherkins. Jesus.
Gortash, Archduke of Baldur's Gate. I hear he's moved into the penthouse at Worm's Rock. That place must cost a fortune. Per diem?
Yeah, if he's working in security at the Steelwatch Foundry, that's what I wanted to get more information on that, because maybe he's a character we can talk to there and maybe we can avoid killing him. Oh, that's one of the murder targets in the kitchen. Chef Rovia.
Especially lazy lumps that won't catch rats.
There's also a cat named Tambourine that we should speak to at some point. Truffles?
A new Archduke? Fancy. Never had one of them before.
Truffles isn't very interesting. Dura Thumbfoot.
Pardon me, sir. You look prosperous. I'll bet you have someone who'd like a nice piece of jewellery. At discount price. For a good cause.
Oh, the fake jewellery trick's a classic. What's the occasion?
Escape. Escape from Baldur's Gate for my husband and me. Lord Gortash wants Marek's head, so we have to get out. There's a smuggler's sloop leaving for Waterdeep with 2 berths left. But the captain wants a fortune for him. This necklace is all I have.
Yeah, 200 isn't much for us. If you're telling the truth, great. If you're not, well, it doesn't really hurt us that much, so I'm going to give her the money. Then again, actually, we could talk about how the Gortash problems... Yeah. Yeah. I think the situation here is about to turn around. You should probably stay.
You think so? I wish I shared your optimism. But I can't. For Marek's sake. Goodbye.
Well, we don't have to speak. We don't. Fist Rusk.
Halt, Civvy. Turn back. This is an active crime scene.
Oh.
Hold on, Thornhill. I'm tired of standing here. Devella's been up there for ages. Some diversion would be welcome.
Investigator Valeria told me to speak with your constable.
Constable Devella said she wasn't to be...
Investigator Valeria outranks her. As you were, Civvy. Fair warning, though. She's in a foul mood.
Get a move on, civilian.
The job description doesn't include be an arsehole, Thornhill. Relax.
Yes, it does, actually. You're a fucking mercenary cop company. Be an arsehole is the least of your job descriptions, I'm sorry to say. But I do appreciate it, Agatha. You seem nicer than that one. It's mealtime.
You will be when you see what Chef Rovere's cooked up for you.
You can actually loot this backpack. Nothing in it. That would be why we're allowed to loot. Des Canshaw.
Thanks again, stranger.
What?
Ilmater guide you.
For what? We've never met. What? Why does he think he knows me? I think that's it. For this room, that's it. Except for, Alan. But we'll talk to the cat, 'cause it's right there.
Hello, Servant Ape. Would you kill those rats, please? Their presence vexes me.
Wow!
Yeah, the Servant Ape. Hello again.
There's another one. Zambomba.
Look, Tambourine. A servant comes to help us. Oh, kill those rats, would you? When they're dead, the other servants will feed us. Back again. We're trying to relax here. Oh, kill those rats.
Yeah, I got bad news for you about your cats, Chef. We need to talk to you the two because you're a murder target. Chef's assistant to Kochi.
Rovia burned the bouillabaisse again, and now I have to scrub the pot. Some chef he is.
Can we actually kill the rats? Can we do that most bone basic of adventuring tasks? As killing rats in a tavern basement. Let's talk to the chef. I'll do a quick save first, but we should be able to tell him that he's, you know, in danger.
Damn rat. Oi, you! I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of this cellar yesterday already. Hop to it. Get in there.
We've never met. I would never kill an Let's just make Jahira happy. I would never kill an innocent animal. No, that's just not me. Haven't I done this before?
Probably. Lots of rats in this world. Been having problems with them in cellars for the whole 20 years of my career. Oh, go on. Nothing better to practice your skills on than a few rats.
Is this really a quest? My God, it is. We'll talk to him about murders later. For now, let's just quickly go to camp before I forget. Oh, man. Right, it's a city.
But please, don't look at me.
I brought my own pairing.
This quest is the best place to kill 20 enemies while drunk. We brought the statue. There she is.
The bustle here takes some getting used to. Crackling fire and a tresson for company is usually more my speed. Still, we must flow with the current we find ourselves in, however tumultuous it may be. If you've need of me, I'm glad to help.
Should we bring Gale? Since we might go to his, shopping trip soon.
I'd be delighted. Though, someone else will need to watch the cook pot, of course.
No? Okay.
I should certainly hope so.
Gods, this is the first time in 200 years I've seen these streets in the sunlight. You can forget just how much color there is in the world.
You alright?
Yes, of course. Obviously. Sorry, did you want something?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Alright, it's just one conversation with each of them. Well, I can keep Minthara for now, but I can Also, swap her out if there's a better option. Karlak's up there, we don't need to speak to her. Got a little chapel in here. This book can't be read.
Keeping very well, I hope?
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword?
Can't talk to you about Loroaken. I'm sure we'll be able to once we reach him. Lazy.
This is the city proper, is it? I didn't expect it to be so outrageously ordinary.
Yeah, Withers is being thoroughly uninteresting. How very usual of him. The bitch is still here.
I've had my eye on you. Hot as brimstone, jagged as lightning, and seething like the river Styx. But there's something missing, isn't there?
What?
You're hungry for pleasures beyond this plane. Something more satisfying than mortal flesh, blood, and bone.
Sorry, is the devil hitting on me? I have no idea what you're on about.
I'm talking of the mundanity of a life ignorant to the thrills of the 9 hells.
I'm a tiefling.
Yes. You're curious. Your eyes are lit like raging stars. You want what only I can give you. The ecstasy of agony. The pain of the damned, distilled into pure bliss. Beyond every climax you've known. The little death writ large. Smile, and I'll come to you when you put your head down to rest. I will sate your most forbidden lusts. Or don't, and know the eternal ache of the unknown and the unanswered.
Can you imagine how fucking... like... what a way to break up with Karlak. What's the catch? The answer is no, but fucking why?
The same thrills I offer you.
Oh.
Some experiences are better when shared.
Absolutely not.
Dear me, I've overestimated you. Trust me, I shan't be making that mistake again. Ta-ta.
I thought for a second she was going to leave the camp.
Come for a chat?
Yeah, no. Scratch, what are you doing with Shadowheart?
Welcome to the lower city, where Baldur's Gate truly comes alive.
Baldur's Gate. You know, I never quite believed I'd actually make it back. Wasn't until we got within reach of Worm's Crossing that it felt real. It's so strange. I don't remember much of it, yet I can't help feel like I know it. It feels like home.
Better than hating the place without remembering why.
I suppose it is. Though the chance to savor the moment might be brief, given all that still lies ahead of us. I may have to rely on your local knowledge to plug the gaps in my own mind. Hopefully, I'll remember more than I expect to.
I received a dispatch from the Grove. Life carries on there in our absence, just as nature intended. My chosen successor, Francesca, has proven to be a wise choice. Perhaps the wisest I ever made as Archdruid.
Don't downplay your achievements. The Shadow Curse would still hold sway if not for you.
One grand victory may not be enough to absolve a host of small failures. That is where true leadership lies. Not in winning a single vast battle, but in fighting 1,000 smaller ones. Making 10,000 difficult decisions. Finding balance where none seems possible. Day after day. I was all too eager to surrender my responsibilities towards the Grove. Perhaps I was never meant to be Archdruid. To be a leader.
You served the Grove well and found a worthy successor. No one can ask more of you than that.
Still, though, I cannot help but wonder if there was more I could have done. Perhaps, Oakfather willing, I may yet have the chance someday. Forgive me. The Shadow Curse occupied me so entirely and for so long. I almost missed the purpose it gave me. Now I must find a new one.
Well, no, I mean, the archive is sacred, Demon Dragon. We can't use it for such a purpose. Let's find the borders of this camp. Lumber over to House and whack him on the face with the flat of a broadsword. What? I said broad sheet! I think that's it. There's nothing else to look at, nobody else to talk to. Unless Withers has an update.
Fate spins
along.
Dost thou require a new
This kitchen needs sweeping. Where's that lazy fountain got to?
Right.
I wouldn't
Rats!
Cellars are just down the stairs. There, I must find my old lodgings.
Wait, no, you were going to say drinking. Well, I have a quick save. It's from when I was flirting with Mizora. That'll do. Wouldn't it make sense to drink before, right before we go down? Then nobody has to worry about it on their turn. You're only drunk for 2 turns.
You're hungry for pleasures beyond this plane.
I'm really not.
Something more
I'm quite content,
satisfying.
actually.
Oh, but do hear me out. The smell or don't. And know the eternity. Trust me.
No way. We could talk to them again, but they don't have like actual stuff that I need to make sure I catch. It's just flavor lines where hearing them is more important than making sure it's on the playthrough. Now, where's the damn chest? Here.
Let's have a look.
Oh, right, I can just access it from the... yeah. Right. Can I... Why? What? I don't know why it took a letter as well. Anyway. There, we all have booze. Let the drunken ratting commence.
Here we go.
The drunken rat, the aching drum, the drowning
Cellars are
bubbles
just
well.
downstairs. There you will find my old lodgings.
Alcohol. They all have 1 HP. If
By
I
your command.
do a poison spray with that... Is that AoE? I'm looking for AoE that doesn't really use resources. She can afford to use a level 1. I can just Thunder Wave. Fire. Oh boy, there are a few of them, hey.
Fresh orders?
You can use resources. The Boom Trident.
What's this?
She can't rage, but that'll be fine. Where's her booze? I gave her booze. Here it is. Actually, she had extra booze. She can action surge, too.
Go on.
My god! What is that? Is that just a dead rat? It looks huge. Oh, it's several dead rats. Move here. Actually, just, for now, just throw this.
Tactical.
We might not need the others to do anything. There's only 5 left. Yeah, Karlach's just gonna end them.
Getting close. The wine cellar. There's a hidden door that leads further in.
Time to press
The
ahead.
mechanism to open it is somewhere among the wine racks.
I don't know that I got an achievement. Punch drunk. Defeat 20 opponents while drunk. 7 out of 20.
Is that blood? No. Never mind.
Maybe. Well, I don't know. That progress will keep, though. What was that? Something blue. Keepsake ring. Trying to examine it. Dominate beast. Well, I guess one thing I could do is save, reload, kill them again with ice storms and shit, but then load this save so that I don't waste the resources. That would be more definitive, right? And it would get rid of the achievement. Which would be good. And kind of like has booze in her inventory, so I don't need to get booze out of the chest.
You're hungry for pleasures beyond this plane. Something more satisfying. Or don't. Trust me.
I just keep denying Mizora over and over again.
Your Excellence. Your Eminence.
Soldier.
Where are those 5 bottles of booze she has? They're in here.
Watch your elders and learn.
There we go.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Wait.
The cellars are just down the stairs.
Quick save now, so that if I do, for whatever reason, have to try again. There, we have a bunch of quick saves, but when I'm finished, when I have the achievement, I can load the version in which all I spent was a single Thunderwave. Alright, so you, drink your booze. And now... go wild on them. And just ice storm many rats. There's the achievement. Now I'll just go back to the other game. $29 out of 54 earned. Weirdly enough, an achievement that I don't have, and try to figure this one out because there's absolutely no reason why I shouldn't have it. Kill 2 birds with 1 gnome. Use 1 enemy as an improvised weapon against another. That is something that I have done about 20 times. I mean, it's a tavern basement. It makes perfect sense to be drunk down here. Throwing doesn't count.
Very well.
Strange. So my problem was using it too effectively. Anyway, the rats can't be looted. All we can do down here is go check out the Emperor's hideout.
On the other side, you'll find a passageway, known only to those invited to do business.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
How involved is this? I assume this is just a small stash, not a big quest location, because I want to go back up and talk to people in the tavern. But...
That's curious.
Okay, it is another area. You wouldn't keep going down here? Yeah, okay. In that case, I'll probably take my break. And then we'll go back upstairs. We'll talk to Alan and everybody upstairs and see if I can do the laugh riot. But before that, I will eat. Here is a good place to wait because there won't be NPCs chattering.
are you people? And how did you come to have so many friends?
Well. Hi. That must have come in just as I got out of my chair to put everything away and then return. We are in a cellar. And, everything is fine here. Very normal and fine. We, thankfully are not tasked with the cleanup. I do wonder what would happen if I fire-bolted the fire wine barrel. Not terribly explosive. Only a small amount of boom. Anyway, rather than go down into this ominous-looking secret hideout cellar, we're going to go back up to the tavern now, because the man who set us to do this rat murder is also himself a target for murder. Anyway, hope you're doing well, Kiko. Thanks for the raid.
Apples. Nice, fresh ones. What's up for discussion? Also, some leeks, which...
It is I!
You kill the
Rat
rats,
Slayer!
yes? I heard commotion in the cellar. Good. Perfect. Here, you take this.
Your name is on a murderer's target list.
Rats, murderers. Always knew the chef gig wasn't going to be easy. Do not worry. Chef Revere's eyes will be kept peeled for murdering types.
I don't know that he took that sufficiently seriously, but cool. Good luck, motherfuck. Anything else from you?
Chef Revere has been staying most vigilant since your warning, yes. Only murders in this kitchen will be of the rat kind.
Why would that vanish the cop? The fists are still here.
Get a move on, civilian.
The job description doesn't include be an asshole, Thorny.
I do like that line. What do the cats say now? What does the cat say?
Yeah, the servant ape.
They mostly just call me Servant Ape.
Back again? Oh, kill those rats, would you?
I did! The cats aren't exactly paying much attention. Right, before we go up and speak to the Gauntlet, I want to go into this comedian room. Okay, well, Demon Dragon, then I'm going to take a look.
Delmain's parlor. A place to receive clients and informants.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
If only I wasn't allowed in there. There she is.
Been fine without me.
I guess we'll just do this now. We can do comedy later.
Bollocks. I told those idiots not to let anyone through. You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good.
Gavarok. Bard. Fun? Gavarok, Adventurer, Curiosity? No, we really should say Valeria's name. Don't want to get off on the wrong foot by being a smartass.
To fetch her another bottle of mead, no doubt. Yes, I'm Devella, the unfortunate colleague. Unless you've got useful information, leave me to my work. Duke Stelmane's dead, and I've got to find who killed her.
Well, I'll tell you about the murder list.
Gods. That's it. Proof that I was right. I've been working on an assignment, see? A research project of sorts. I knew my conclusions were sound. But this... I never expected this. I'll tell you what I know. A century ago, there was a man. Saravok Anchev. He was a child of the god of murder, Baal. He ruled the Iron Throne, a dark tower hiding a darker secret. It was the front for a deadly arms-dealing network. There, Saravok amassed an army and sought to become a god. Under his stewardship, the Baal Temple was revived. And with it, the Baal cult itself. Fortunately, the temple was destroyed. And to cleanse the city of Saravok's memory, the Iron Throne was torn from its foundations and cast into the Chionthal. For most, that was the end of it. But cults like that don't disappear overnight. That list you spoke of confirms I'm right. The Baal cult is back, and someone is out there, continuing Saravok's work.
I never affiliate with anyone who isn't prepared to drown me in money.
Join that cult. IMO sounds fun.
Saravok can't still be alive, can he? Technically he is! That's the thing! But I don't know what the situation with him is. Because you can revive him in Throne of Baal. But, like, it's a bit ambiguous. You can choose not to revive him, you can revive him, you can redeem him and turn him into chaotic good. She'd know all about what happened, more than this woman would. He can't still be alive, can he?
Stranger things have come back to haunt this city. The brutality of the killings is on a par with Saravok's own. But there's something more here. Something new. There's a reference to these murders. A certain flair. It's as if they were done in worship. The precision of the cuts. The depth, the execution. The best butchers in Faerun couldn't make a cut like that. Trust me, I've asked them. I tried to explain all this to my superiors, but they wouldn't have any of it. They told me to drop it. Told me the city doesn't need another conspiracy theorist and to get back to doing my job before they find someone else to do it for me. But you're not bound by such constraints. Oh, help me out here. Help the city out. I bet if you follow the trail of these murders, you'll be able to unearth the truth of this resurgence.
What about the other victims on this list, the ones who are still alive?
There are patriarchs on the murder target list. I'm oathbound to secure them first, so
right.
I'll be heading to the upper city next. While I'm there, the other potential victims will be at risk. Could you warn them?
Right, so I'll take the paws then, I see. Flaming fish should be protecting everyone, not just Upper City.
Not from round here, are you? We're in Baldur's Gate. This is just how things work.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. That's all I can ask, and more than I hoped. Once I'm done with the Patriarchs, I'll head to Basilisk Gate to have another go at convincing my superiors to put some resources into this matter. Meet me there if you've anything more to report. And good luck.
Yes? Ask it.
Can't ask you about Saravok and Chev. Fuck. Okay.
Crime scene not open to public by order of the Flaming Fist.
I mean, I guess we can investigate.
So I spat in his last one.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
So, I guess we have to pay in order to get in here. Because it's the same space as this door. That's strange, we should just be able to break in. Anyway, I should investigate, since we're allowed. Stelmane's private room. Shut the door, everything's still sort of illegal here, but nobody can see me unless they're looking through the window. Don't think they can look through the window.
Rent is due soon. I was thinking I could do some busking.
No need. I picked up
Notes on Stelmane's murder. Crime scene notes drafted by Devella. Deceased, Duke Belene Stelmane. Private room upstairs at Elfsong Tavern. Suspect blood loss. Ritualistic killing. Right hand missing. Clean severance, likely before death. Mark of the Absolute on the floor. Empty bottle, recently drained of contents, maybe poison. Suspect Barlist ritual, but won't tell Valyria that. Suspects? None. Map of murder. Map of the city bears a single marker, the location of one murder site, where the slain were arranged into a grotesque tableau.
Something over there.
What?
Let's have a look at myself.
Do what must be done.
We made it,
What have we got?
Damn right. I'm not even
I can fawn over my face later.
Shadows constructs.
Not a hair out of place.
Nah, you'd have been fine without me. But the company was welcome.
One of the bottles. I don't see so. Discarded wine bottle.
Strange bottle. Even stranger smell.
A rich arsehole sent his drink back 3 times. So I spat in his last one.
A strong paralytic poison.
Need to find a way forward. Lots of blood. Some pink stains too.
Bloody signet ring.
Bloodied ring. Guess the killer didn't want jewelry.
There doesn't seem to be much else here. Surprised the Emperor isn't chiming in, being all sad about his dead friend.
No need. I picked up some extra shifts.
I'll have to do that.
But I think that's it.
I know. I wanted to.
You just focus on your music.
Embrace it. The mistress of disease loves us all. Her fondest wish is to free us from the agonies that we have. My lungs feel tight. It's happening already. Oh, calm down, would ya? It's all in your head.
That's all I got here. So all we have left now, there's a room over here. I don't know what it's for. But I want to go to the Laugh Riot room. With Waldo Walnut. And Fantasia. And Phibbs Brogan and Belford Willoughby and Harvard Willoughby? Well, I mean, he didn't really learn very much there if he's now a tavern comedian.
I am hopeful that we shall be thoroughly entertained. I hear this fellow is monstrously droll.
Right.
Keep it up. Look away. Act like you don't know me. Come on, be a pal.
Right.
Snappy dresser, that Willoughby. Though he should lose the monocle.
Get ready. I hear this guy is really good. My buddy Roanoke almost pissed himself laughing.
Then he went missing.
This dwarf in the audience matches the description of that serial killer. He bears watching.
Fuck.
What the hell are you staring at? I got spinach in my teeth.
Your name isn't Delore, is it?
No. And it isn't Sucker or Patsy either. Whatever your con is, try it on someone else.
It's probably not him.
Hey, smart stuff. I'm Willoughby, the comedian. And we got a little contest here called the Laugh Riot. You want to play along?
I'm a bard, Willoughby. Prepare to get served.
Great! I'll go first to show you how it's done, and then you can see if you can top me.
You want me to top you in front of all these people?
Baldurians. You know, I wouldn't be here tonight, except my wife ran off with a cambion. That's right. I got fiend zoned. We used to have a drow comedian. I had to ask her to stop casting Tasha's hideous laughter on the audience. Then I asked her how many drow it takes to light a torch, and she said, none. We have dark vision. So I killed her.
The Elf Song patrons think that one's funny. There may be hope for you yet.
Your turn, smart stuff. Knock 'em dead, but not literally. Got me?
Hey, I asked my wizard to cast Shatter. He said, Shatter? I hardly know her. Willoughby the comedian, folks. Were his jokes good or did he just smell funny? Say, what's the difference between a dwarf and a bullet? You can't toss the bullet. Let's democracy this. Do we have any consensus as to how to obtain the chuckles? We like number one. I'll go with number one.
Got me with an ancient jest that's older than I am.
What do you call a room full of people who don't applaud? Dead. That one is funny. I asked a zombie reanimator out on a date, but she said she wasn't interested in necromance. I tried sleeping with a dragonborn the other night, but it didn't work out. Alright, that one's good. That one's actually good. He had a reptile dysfunction. Yeah, I'm going with number two. That one actually made me laugh.
Win or lose, I'm stealing that one.
up or I'll rip out your spines! The Dead 3, am I right? What losers. You know why Bane Worshipper will never conquer the world? They don't have the balls. A Mind Flayer's Dwergar slave lost his nose, so I asked the Illithid, how does he smell? And it said, I have eaten its brain. Our cleric tried to cast Healing Word on a ham, but it was already cured. I feel like 2's bad. I feel like 1 is maybe a bit too high concept for the tavern audience. I was going to go with already cured.
Pig jokes are never wrong. Well done.
Cheers, whistles, and applause.
Hey!
You're almost shocked.
Yeah, you're hilarious. Now get out of here before I lose my job.
And of course we get inspired for that as an entertainer background. Got a lot of these. Not so many for Jaheira. She hasn't been around enough. None for Minthara. Gale has gotten 2. Will's not even on the list.
He's delivered. Yeah.
Is this the comedian's son?
For once Dad lost. Maybe he can retire some of those jokes now. Though I do like the one about killing the drow.
How old is this kid supposed to be?
For once Dad lost. Maybe he can retire some of those jokes now.
That voice does not exactly scream child. I can't talk to him anymore.
Second best.
Oh, there we are.
Me. Maybe it's time for this old boy to find a new grift. Hey, you know why it isn't wrong to fart in a Stormshore tabernacle? It smells divine.
Oh, God. Going away from that.
Let's see what this does.
Fresh ones. Also, some leaks which only knows free or that good morning.
Is there anybody in here? No. This is just a storeroom. Which probably should not be publicly enterable, but ah well. Now yeah, you said there was a ladder to the roof. Which we can go there, but let's first talk to Alan.
Aye. Pull up a seat. If you can find one spare, that is.
Business going well?
With all this talk of war, what else the fuck to do but drink? I reckon the murder we'd had something to do with it too. Got punters all intrigued. On that morbid note, what can I get you fine self?
A duke's murder, to be specific. Tell me more about the murder.
Going to make this place famous, I reckon. Victim is a bloody duke. Boleyn Stelmane. Well, she was a duke. Now she's just bloody. I reckon I'll be able to charge double for that room once the constable's done with it. Murders and ghosts are always grand for business. At least, I hope.
I'm looking for somewhere to stay.
I tell you what, the murder upstairs has brought some punters, but it's also really spooked folk out of renting rooms. If we get you staying up there, perhaps folk will calm down and realise there's naught to worry about. You can have the whole upstairs floor until this killer thing blows over.
You're optimistic. What makes you so sure it'll all blow over?
The city always wins. There's always some hero that saves the day. It's the way things work.
Perhaps I could get a discount?
Charity! In Baldur's Gate! Good one.
You want 200 gold to sleep next to a murder scene? Really? Cut the price and I'll spread the word of this place for miles around. Difficulty 18. But my bonus is 17. I literally just need to not roll a one. Yep, we're fine.
More asses and chairs means more coin in my pouch. You got yourself a deal. Top floor's all yours. If it gets a bit too noisy at night, well, don't sleep above a pub.
Karlach is inspired for once a warm meal. Now can I go into that room?
So I spat in his last one.
Foraging is a thing of the past. To purchase camp supplies for resting, simply visit the dumbwaiter. You can just buy your supplies. Oh, this is the camp! Huh. I guess that makes sense. The elf song. Oh, sing a song of Balduran, who founded Baldur's Gate. Empire golden, built on trade, could not avert his fate. I'll just let her do it.
So it seems, but game's not over yet. New cards are drawn, new hands are played, newcomers place a bet. A knave, a wizard, devil gift, the odds are cast anew, and Baldur's fate now turns upon the whims of fortune's view.
Does this mean Balduran actually matters? Because obviously he's like the founder of the city, but he's like, you know, a background myth and legend character. Yes, a knave, a wizard, devil, gift. Poor Shadowheart. When the Dead Three assailed Baldur's Gate, he fell into their thrall. It's interesting that this is mentioned here. But I guess they're talking about him being dead and gone. But like, Baldurin was dead and gone 100 years ago during Baldur's Gate 1. Like, he wasn't a feature or a character or anything in that game. It was just, you know, the name of the founder of the city. So I didn't know he had history with the Dead Three. I don't think it ever came up. Let's not think about how this song exists. Well. Why is the creepy ghost lady singing about Gale and Lae'zel while we're hanging out in camp? I'm surprised we're allowed to bring the owlbear cub in here, by the way. That's the same book.
I received a dispatch from the group. My chosen successor, Francesca, has proved that is. I was all too. Forgive me. The shadow.
That one I needed to. You see that everybody's gathered here. Well, 4 of them.
Baldur's Gate. So strange. I may have to rely on your
Yes?
Yenna's still here. Withers is in a corner. Yeah, this is a nice camp.
What's on your mind?
I don't know how we're gonna sneak off for a bang, though, when we don't have enough... We don't exactly have rooms. Aelin is probably thinking the same thing. Well, I don't think there's anything to be found in here, because it's very small, but... Yeah, so we just have the ability to walk in and out of it. That's cool. And we have a roof ladder here.
I know. I wanted to. You just focus on your music.
Something over there.
What? I don't like the way the perception checks work. It's so hard to actually find what's being pointed at. Like... Something over there. Look, look at this giant dense screen. How the hell am I supposed to know what you meant? Clicking on that doesn't re-highlight it, and the highlight is temporary. So if you don't figure it out in the 3 seconds you got, fuck you. We've read Tenebrooks Morrow Volume 1, I believe.
Something good here. I hope.
Volume 4, I don't know. Yep, we've read that. Might be something to do with the broken glass all over here.
Thank you.
Like Chris is up here now. Ah, yes, I saw Alfira listed when I was entering. Here she is.
Ah, you found my hiding spot. Not a word to Alan. He doesn't believe in things like breaks. Or eating.
Lacrissa, I'd be more than happy to help you out at work. I could...
No, focus on your music. Besides, I'll be living a life of luxury when your school takes off.
You two are very cute together.
Right? I keep telling her that.
Lacrissa!
All right. The hero and I will stop teasing. For now.
Rent is due soon. I was I'll never get tired of this view.
Same here.
Oh, God.
We made it, Lacrissa.
Damn right. And not even pissy druids or cursed shadows could stop us.
Only because I had you.
Nah, you'd have been fine without me. But the company was welcome.
Don't think there's anything else up here. Just books we've already read. Oh God, where is the hatchway down? It was like somewhere up around here. Here. I didn't talk. Yeah, I did. That's where we got this.
I'll never get tired.
Same here.
I'll never get...
Same here.
That's all she says.
So I spat in his last one.
This was brewed with my barley. I wonder if this was brewed with my barley.
I don't know. Okay, the Elfsong Tavern is fully done, as well as the pathways in front of it, but not the pathways behind it. The question is where to next, and I think the answer is we should go to Nine Fingers Keen. We could also go to the Baldur's Mouth, but if that thing isn't timed... Oh god, you're right, the basement. Where's that again? Here.
No time for playing with cats.
The psionic detector's been activated.
Oh.
There must be Gith hostiles nearby.
Okay. There's nothing actually over there. I guess we prepare ourselves for Gith.
Found us. Get rid of them, quickly.
Knights of the Shield. That doesn't sound like the Emperor. Need to clear out a Gith hunting party. How many? Shirai Harak, level 11, 146 health. Gatemaster Rizelf, 24 health. That's one Karlak throw. Veteran Gushins, 85. Okay, so there's really only one problem person. There's another I imagine we'll try and kill the Gatemasters quick because they can presumably bring allies in if we don't. And focus on the Chirai last. I don't know if they'll talk to us or just attack. Let me quick save and walk in. If they just attack, then maybe I want to ambush instead. Ooh.
What a pleasant surprise. Here you are, as brazen as described. The traitor who would steal from our queen. Of course you had help, didn't you? From the illithid you carry inside the astral prism. How quaint that we should meet here, in the very place that it once called home. We know all about the Emperor and its dealings with you. Though I must confess, its peculiar relationship with you threw us off course for a while. Most illithids prefer to dominate their thralls through transformation. Yet here you stand, untransformed. Tell me, what did it offer you in exchange for your servitude?
I serve one far greater than any illithid. We are merely allies.
You have fallen prey to its manipulation. Your story ends here. We will reclaim the astral prism, purge it of the illithid interloper, and restore it to our queen.
You will try. You should know the Emperor is not the only occupant of the astral prism.
What are you doing?
My dear child, I already know all there is to know. I will liberate you from your puppet master, Chamazala Blakith!
The Emperor didn't like that. With these guys standing, there's no point in doing an ice storm because it's 5 opponent. Oh, there's actually more. Further back, maybe? There's 6. Missing one. Just you there. I was thinking of calling lightning on these two. The motherfucker survived. How dare.
Let me strike.
Now, how do we Minthara again? We have lots of smites. She's not going to really be able to melee anybody. Maybe that one. But realistically, no. Oh, she flies! You're right, she flies. Where's Fly? She could go right up on the Chirai. Or she could go up on Veteran Gish. Probably Veteran Gish. We'll focus on the healthiest one last. She can't get up there. So we could just, yeah, we could just go up here. Divine Smite. Deals additional damage on fiends and undead. Does not spend a spell slot on miss. Several other smites too. Oof. It'll take a second spell slot to do it again. Would I be able to... Yeah. Can I get both of these? Go with Luck of the Far Realms, why not? Still alive, but the Gate Master's dead. That's what's good. You can just pommel strike. No, you can't.
For the fallen.
Ah, the fallen. Throw the rune powder bomb at don't. Now, I have magic missile on short rest now. What was that for? That was something I equipped. That's the hand crossbow. So I should do that because we'll have a short rest after the fight, probably. Let's
Bye forever, pal.
That's unless we're hasting Karlak. I suppose we should probably haste Karlak. I wanted to get her closer to where she can, because she can chuck Nyrulna at these two, and that's probably better. Right now it's out of range. Well, no. Yeah, this'll work. Let's just let's wait. Let's do her turn first, and then decide if we're hasting her afterwards. Nyrulna, right on him.
Easy as.
Gish Gushins. Yeah, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Can I get a not interrupted throw on you? If I move?
Soldier.
Yeah. It gets rid of you and leaves this one half dead.
What now?
Yeah, I can do the haste. It's not a terrible idea. Can I offhand somebody while I'm here? Yeah. Fuck! Cull the Weak is good! We may as well haste you.
Need to find a way forward.
You're just gonna hide behind this pillar so that nobody breaks your concentration.
Now this is my happy place.
There's you over there. Karlak is not going to be able to throw at you. So Karlak can start on the big one after this is dead.
Andy.
This one's dead. Yep. Cull the Weak keeps shocking me in a good way.
Come on. Can't stay idle.
Alright, Chithrai Haderach. Oh, no, don't go for me! Well, I'm scared, but I'm still concentrating. We don't have a problem. You can get some lightning recall on the biggin. Not a lot of damage, unfortunately.
Ready for battle.
You can just go straight up to this one with your Divine Smite. Or is there another kind of smite we want to go with? There's Searing Smite. Concentration, interesting. Divine Smite doesn't take the bonus action as well. I think that's the... Divine Smite is the good one. It does deal a lot more damage, doesn't it? Alright.
By my oath.
Bang! May as well do it twice. For the kill.
Well, so much for peace.
I can't move. Now I should use my magic missile. It was okay.
I smell blood. In position.
Dwarven thrower, because I can't move and she's too close to me.
My little trick.
I don't think Minthara needs to do anything, because this one's very dead. You're not surviving 5 Karlach whacks.
Blackhead is relentless.
Level up.
You handled it well. Let us hope she exhausts her forces soon.
Boots of psionic movement when a
Now
Gith
search the
Yankee
room.
casts fly.
There's a statue that conceals the way through. I'll reveal it to you.
So these are flying boots with a bonus if I give them to Lae'zel, but I'd want to wear these myself, wouldn't I? Or do I need to be a Gith to have this ability? It's not permanent flying like Mind Flayer flying. It's a bonus action that lets you fly for 10 turns once per long rest. So you wouldn't want to wear them all day, maybe. You'd want to specifically put them on when you were going to use them. Well, I'll have them in my inventory at least.
At the ready.
Location of reserve supplies. For knight's use only, do not distribute. Buried behind Counting House, path to Baldur's Gate, near Upper City. Do you think the Nightwalkers are better? Let's process the level up. Level 9 Bard, 2 Cleric. So we're level 11 now. I get a new spell. That one feels pretty powerful for locking down a boss. Is there anything... Yeah, Hold Monster seemed like the one. Because planar binding requires... That doesn't summon shit, that requires there to be one of those types on the field. Seeming is just fucking roleplay. Greater Restoration is not my job. Dominate Person is also too restricted. Karlach gets a feat, level 8. I think we were giving her 20 strength. We could give her alert. But I think we were giving her 20 strength. She has Barbarian Alert. I guess that's the same thing. Jahira. Level 6 spells. I do not have those. Hero's Feast. Increases everybody's HP for the day. That's good. A Wall of Thorns for 60 turns? Heal. Just... bang! Fix you. Sunbeam! Concentration... horrifying. and Wind Walk. Wouldn't use Conjure Woodland Being because we'd use Conjure Elemental. She can change these whenever she likes, so there's no reason to grab an out-of-combat one like Hero's Feast. You would just swap to that, use it, and then swap off of it again. Don't think Wall of Thorns is worth it. Windwalk definitely isn't. Heal is the other arguable one, but I don't think we're often in a situation where someone is so fucked that we need immediate super healing. Sunbeam, though, that's fun. That's fun beam, that is. Does she need to keep the spell prepared in order for the buff to stay present? Okay. I figured you could just prepare the spell, use it, and then unprepare the spell, and it would stay used. Divine Smite is now improved, and she gets a level 3 spell slot. Well, if she needs to prepare Hero's Feast, we can get rid of Ice Knife. I have a level 6 slot, but I don't have access to any level 6 spells. It doesn't make it better, it makes every hit do an extra D. That makes it better? Or are you suggesting it makes it... are you suggesting that the phrase makes it better is not emphatic enough? We already needed you. Hoon Mausoleum Key. And some lovely clothing. Anarchic blue outfit. Hey, Minthara.
In your name.
It doesn't look super blue, but it does suit you. Hell of a boob window on it, but so does your default. Oh, it makes it, you don't have to use Divine Smite. You just get a D8 for free every time you whack somebody. Fun.
Open up.
Scroll. Not a scroll of. Just a scroll. This document serves as your official order from the Knights of the Shield to undertake a critical mission in Tethia. The success of this mission depends on your ability to execute your duties with utmost precision, discretion, and loyalty to the Knights of the Shield. The primary objective is to gather intelligence on rumours of an uprising in the court of Queen Rindown in Darumar, Tethia. The purpose of this intelligence will be the safeguarding of our trade relationships in the region. Note: meet with members of the Order of the Silver Chalice at your discretion, but beware that allegiances may not be as they appear. I don't think that order is recent.
What path lies before me?
Ah, there's the Knights of the Round Table. There's a silver key. Here's something a bit more recent. Inroads by arms dealer Gortash. 9 fingers. Here follows a report on the inroads upstart smuggler Enver Gortash has been making on the illicit arms trade in the Chionthar Valley. Though inroads badly understates the case, annexation would be more apt. The former black market leaders, the Knights of the Shield, and outside the city the Zents, have largely been supplanted by Gortash's operation. Illegal arms have never been a major component of the guild's business, but given his apparent ambitions, it would be unwise to assume that Gortash will stop there. He bears watching, closely. Bursar Uktar. The following individuals are a threat to our operation and need to be silenced. Lilar Tharan of House Alibakar, Aerith of House Nashivar, Carburant of House Selimchant, Renforth the Putrid of the Cowled Wizards, Lord Hekath, Harbour Master Peterson. On the inevitability of moral decay and its benefits. A lengthy essay on the inevitability of moral decay, the opportunity it presents, and the ways to capitalize upon them. Introduction. Chapter 1. Morality is not absolute. Chapter 2. Why moral decay is not immoral. Chapter 3. One man's decline is another man's gain. Chapter 4. Those who play and those who make the rules. Chapter 5. How to win the game. Well, Chapter 5 sounds like it might be helpful. Is that a walkthrough? Note about the Shield of Sylvan. Thanks to Gortash's Steel Watchers, it's becoming more and more difficult to have eyes on what's going on in this city. Hear me out. What if we make a play to reclaim the Shield of Sylvan? If it can keep a beholder at bay, surely it can do something to get around those damned scrying eyes. We could give the flying boots to Jihiro.
The work is never done.
Still alive.
And when
So
you
that's
see
progress.
it coming, we turn our tails and run.
Never wanted the easy path. Let's see.
Ledger of Waterdeep Debts. Ledger of debts from high-ranking officials in Waterdeep, annotated with a handwritten comment. For favours, start at top in order of descending importance. Record of operations in Neverwinter. Useless. Patriarch correspondence. To the Honourable Lord Eomain, I have received your request for the support of the Knights of the Shield and expansion of the fish oil trade. The Shield would not be averse to such an arrangement, but the risks it would incur rather outweigh the cut that you have proposed. In short, we are prepared to do business with you, but let us meet to hammer out the finer details. I eagerly await your response, Master Yoru Nightshade. This is like a fucking Jedi name. Note to all Knights of the Shield members. Latest intelligence on the city's lockdown and alternative smuggling routes to the upper city. Destroy after reading. Investment opportunities. Armraven shipyards, Kelteran cattle, Kalimport, Manshaka, best stay clear for now. Memnon seafood, Teshburl, buying, selling, yada yada. So where's the Emperor's stash, and what did he have to do with these people? I imagine we'll be going through the very obvious secret door right there. Yeah, the hideout's there. An Archduke's Leadership, Public Works. A pamphlet by the Gortash for Archduke Voluntary Campaign. As an Archduke, Lord Gortash's top priority will be public works to ensure that the city's streets, sewers, docks, and most importantly its walls and gates are properly maintained. No policy can be more important than that. Yes, we've got to secure our borders. Yep, that's everything in this Knights of the Shield section, but how do we get through this door? Perception checks, I assume?
That might be worth a look.
Oh ho, a button!
My old home. Thank you for bringing me back. Look around. You'll find some of my things still intact. Perhaps even useful too.
Unique shell.
A keepsake from my final voyage. Pinched in a moment of sentimentality.
Emperor's
My old
wardrobe.
wardrobe. The home of all my disguises. We are what we appear to be, and so appearances matter.
Cerebral Citadel gloves. Charm or frighten a creature to gain a bonus to attack rolls and saves. Minthara, do you have good gloves?
Awaiting orders.
You have luminous gloves. You have the radiant orb stuff. I'll give you these.
No one stopped me yet.
Cerebral Citadel armor. You can't be frightened. If you have a tadpole, you get a bunch of saving throws. Disadvantage on stealth checks will encumber me. What about you for this armor?
I hope this is important.
We've given her the adamantine splint, so no.
If it is for the best.
It's heavy.
Charmer.
Lae'zel, maybe.
Yes.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Yeah, he didn't live well, did he? There's a butter fork. I don't think that's important.
That might be worth a look.
Never mind, yes it is.
My cutlery set. A gift from my mother. The butter knife is missing, but otherwise it looks to be complete. I don't need it anymore, but the memory stirs something in me still.
Notes on Mindflayer anatomy. Since mind flayers procreate by tadpoling humanoids, they technically have no need of genitals, but I have been unable to verify this. I think we read that at one point. Stelmane's portrait.
There she is, in all her glory. Duke Belin Stelmane, my old partner.
The way you talk about her, I wonder if she knew the answer to whether mind flayers have genitals.
On my way.
Chains.
The chains are used to bind my means. Villains and lawbreakers. You see, I tried to exercise morality where I could.
What gloves are you talking about?
Ready and waiting. Well, certainly waiting.
I am listening.
These.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. Here goes nothing.
Empty brain jar.
An old container for brains. Empty. Shame. It would have been nice to find one to sustain me now.
Do you think a brain would have been in good condition just hanging around in this abandoned cellar for however many months? A recipe for fiddlehead soup.
A recipe for fiddlehead soup.
That's what I said.
A favorite meal of mine. When I had need of meals like that.
A dog collar. Did you have a dog?
Rascal's collar. My poor four-legged friend. Their lives are so brief, so simple, and yet full.
Best be on my way.
Right. And you have a sword.
That's curious.
My old sword. My first purchase as an adventurer. No use to me anymore. It's yours, if you want it.
Magical durability and extra damage against shapeshifters.
Who's next?
What have you got? You've got Jaw. Yeah, I mean, it's +2.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
And that completes the quest. There's a door, though.
I'll give it a shot. Have to keep going.
Speaking of short rests, let's do the Bard one.
The wind's back in my sails.
There's a hatch here, which keeps us going. Seems to lead to all of the quest markers ever. Right, this is the sewers. Which is where the High Harper is. Are we better served going back over to land and following this marker to get to an entrance closer to her? Or are we better served heading this way? From here. Someone who knows the map better than me might have an answer to that. The manhole is easier. Alright, well let's just look through this cellar and then we'll go back up.
Just another crate.
What the fuck?
Squaw! It's not safe here. It's
What?
too late for me, but not for you. Run as fast as your legs can carry you.
What? What are you doing down here?
The shapeshifter, or in the red. She seized me from our camp, bore me here to Baal's enclave. She slit my belly and filled her cup with my blood. A toast, she said, to her false god. She told me when her cup ran dry, she'd come for the rest of me. I'm done for. I will hold her off as long as I'm able. Run while you still can. Don't even think about fighting her. This foe is too powerful.
This is gonna be her, isn't it? I'm not leaving you behind, you're coming with us.
You let the Githyanki weigh you down.
There we go.
She would make corpses of you all.
Hi, Oren.
Look at it, crawling and sniffing and rooting around in the filth. Is it my netherstone you seek, little piggy? Hush, hush. Orin will take care of you and your little pet.
What have you done with Lae'zel?
Nothing. No, not a thing. Still gasping and gagging on the foul airs of Baal's temple. I will not slice. Her kind die too easily. The Murder Lord demands a better offering. Something new, sticky, sweet, and delicious. He wants you.
Come for me and you'll meet your god soon enough.
Silly little worm. My god is always with me. He shudders to see how my blades plunge into soft, surrendered flesh. You are dull. a blunt blade unfit to flay. But you could be sharpened, thin and jagged. Yes, I will tell you what to do.
Enough of these riddles, speak plainly.
You'd prefer my whispers in the tyrant's tongue?
I'd prefer less bullshit. Oh god. Here's more bullshit.
You've heard Gortash's whispers. I see how your skull swarms with his promises. He whinges and wails over the crown of Karsus, wanting to command it without me. Oh, how I long to slit his poxy smile from ear to ear. But I can't touch him. He bound my blade when we first conspired. Gortash didn't want me at first. Didn't trust me. Got me to wag my tongue, swear an oath never to hang him from the hooks. Drip drain him into father's open jaws. You must kill the tyrant. Take the netherstone from his corpse and bring it to my temple.
Oh my god.
There we slice and shred each other.
Oh.
The survivor claims the stones. What's left of the other?
So not an alliance like Gortash offered, but just a...
Agree, and I will bring my assassins to heal. They watch you always, longing to spray the crimson from your veins. Refuse me, and you'll learn what happens to those who defy Baal's doctrine. So will your friend.
Orin demands a fight to the death. The prize for the victor, the Netherstones, and the chance to control the crown alone. Accept, and you must kill Gortash. Refuse, and your companion's life may be forfeit, as might your own. Orin's assassins will hunt you like prey for slaughter.
So how much danger is Lae'zel in here? Like, is this going to be a timed thing? Do I need to now deal with Orin before I do anything else? Because that's really inconvenient. No timed. So I guess... What this means is that I would need to deal with Orin before I'd go to the House of Hope, probably? Because that's the main thing we'd want Lae'zel to be involved for. That's... not terrible. I mean, I was gonna deal with Orin before Gortash. I could just tell her that what she wants to hear and then go after her anyway. But I'm not gonna deal with either of them for a while. Theoretically. I don't really mind Lae'zel being taken, because it's Lae'zel, I don't use her that much. Who else could she take? Like, she didn't take... So it has to be someone that isn't in your party. So we don't know if Lae'zel... Okay, if Lae'zel is first on the list, then that means it would have been her no matter what. But... I mean... The only ones I'd be reloading for would be if she took Jaheira or Karlach, and obviously if she can't take people in your party, then she ain't gonna do that. It'd probably annoy me if she took Shadowheart or Astarion, then. Lae'zel, Gale, and then Minthara/Halsin. Oh, so it could have been Minthara if I didn't have her with me right now. But it would not have been the others? That's an interesting... I wonder why it's those four. I understand Minthara and Halsin because they don't have much to do. Like, Gale would be very annoying. I wouldn't have wanted Gale to get taken right now. But the others don't really... I guess I would have preferred Halsin then. He'd have the least interference. But it is what it is. So you're stabbing your ally in the back. Or rather asking me to.
Allies? No. We had a balance. The chosen three. But it tumble when you turned the Bone Lord to ash. Now, Gortash tries to gouge me from the city. That festering inadequate thinks me a flesher, butchering and cleaving only to whip the herd towards his tin men's oppression. You must kill him. Gore him like a pig prepped for the spit. Only then will you be sweet and sharp, ready for the Murder Lord's purpose.
Sounds like you can't defeat Gortash without me. You need me.
Need? No, no, no. I do not need. You are made of nothing. Meaningless flesh and bone. I do not need. I offer. Baal's age approaches, and you could be there to see it. An idol of flesh, made to welcome his bleeding dawn. There is time for you yet. Time to save. Do not underestimate his steel watch. Seek their cradle in the lower city and skewer their skull meat. Make them
What a turn of phrase.
rust and blood. Then you can gore the lordling again and again and again. But listen close, Bone Killer. Step in my domain while the tyrant still sucks air, and I will carve your failure into your pretty plaything's skull. Bring me his stone, and I will set the bait free. Only then can you and I make exquisite butchery. The victor will set the world to slaughter. That is Baal's offer. He will not make another.
Okay, I didn't have to agree or disagree. Unfortunately, I've just been given Lae'zel's fucking backpack. Whew. I'm gonna send... Yeah, that's too heavy for everybody except Minthara, who mustn't be carrying anything. No, she's got a lot of strength, not much stuff.
Can't give up now.
I'm gonna send this backpack to camp and then grab it out of the camp chest when we get Lae'zel back. Am I allowed to go after Orin first, or will she actually kill Lae'zel? I'm not gonna go after anybody just yet, but... You can talk her out of that. Okay, so Lae'zel is not... Basically, it's I don't need to worry about this. It'll sort itself out. There's nothing I need to do a specific way in order to avoid something I don't want to live with.
Bloody shape-shifting freak! No one takes my Githyanki and gets away with it!
Because I'd want to grab Minsk before I went after, Ideally, if I was going to go to a Baal temple, I would want to bring Jaheira and Minsk both, because they'll have a lot to say about it if I'm lucky.
What's on your mind?
Minthara, how do you feel about what's
You
happened?
wish to consult me?
Really? You hate Orin!
The great Orin the Red tugs your sleeve, sulking for attention. She might come to regret it yet. Lae'zel will not break easily. But Orin will only enjoy her work the more for that if we give her the time.
And there's no timer, even if it makes it seem like there is.
Ask it.
Okay. Patient log, Duke Stelmane. A journal stamped with the official seal of Duke Stelmane appears to be an attendance log of the care given during the Duke's ongoing illness. The most recent entries detail a deterioration in her condition. Can't explain the relapse. Duke lacks appetite, awareness, or interest in anything. Occasionally asks after visitor, which I suspect might be the cause of current condition. Duke used to receive visitor in private every 10 day, always hooded and cloaked, always shown in and left to attend Duke privately. No luck in finding. Oddly enough, can't recall visitor's gender or even stature. Could be half-orc or halfling for all I know. The Emperor. Hoping for their return, visits appear to ease the Duke's mind and body greatly. That's not good. That makes it sound like he was mind blasting her, but I don't know.
Maybe I need more pockets.
I don't know whether he's lying to us or whether something was happening that he wasn't fully controlling. Anyway, we can stay down here and scoot over to there. Although there's some issues in the way. That'll do for tonight. That abduction was sudden, but I guess it happens no matter where you enter in this map. Fare thee well, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow.